Namaskar and welcome to the teleconferencing session of School of Agriculture. This session is for the students enrolled for the Diploma in Value Added Products from Fruits and Vegetables. We are taking the course number 2, that is BPVI 002, and we will take the first block, that is post-harvest management. And today we will discuss the post-harvest management of fruits and vegetables. Now, what is the objectives of this session is that after going through this session, you will be able to define what is post-harvest management, what are the factors which affect the losses in the fruit and vegetables, how to prevent the losses, and what are the post-harvest operations or activities. So, the first question is, what is post-harvest management? Normally, it is a set of post-production practices to increase shelf life and retain quality. Now, what are these activities? That is cleaning, washing, selection, grading, disinfection, drying, packaging and storage. So, the activities which we take after the production to increase the shelf life, retain the quality and reduces the losses are known as the post-harvest. The next question comes, what it does? The activities helps to eliminate undesirable elements. They improve the product appearance and also ensures that the product complies with the established quality standards. Let us see what are the practices and how do we control it. Primarily, it is controlling of moisture and temperature, which can give us the good result of the post-harvest management. So, it is the variables are temperature and humidity, then selection and use of proper packaging material and storage practices. This would help us in a proper post-harvest management activities. So, what are the functions of post-harvest management? To maintain the good quality of the harvest produce for the market and to reduce the level of losses in the product after the harvest is there. Then the question comes, what are the causes of the post-harvest losses? First is the improper harvesting, poor handling of the produce from the field to the market, inappropriate container and packaging material, poor storage conditions, poor transportation and distribution system, lack of adequate and appropriate storage facilities. We have to remember quality cannot be improved, but it can be maintained only. So, the basic fundamental is whatever the product you are harvesting, if you are not harvesting in a proper way, at a proper maturity stage, we are going to get in the problem. So, the quality can be maintained, it cannot be improved after it has been harvested. So, the post-harvest management is primarily on 3 aspects: controlling the losses, maintaining the quality, and how to say the increasing the shelf life of the product, right? Now, how much losses take place? You can see in our country around 25 to 30% of fruit and vegetables are lost, and this is a big loss. A good amount of nutritional fruits and vegetables are not available to our population, and simultaneously the price also, a good production is lost. Consumers get at a high price and the farmers to have them at less price. Now, how much losses is there? Leafy vegetables losses is around 50%, green peas is in 30 to 50% range, fruits are in the range of 20 to 40, and root crops are in 10 to 20%, and dried products is 5 to 10%. As it is visible, the maximum losses in the leafy vegetables are in the fruits are there. Dried products is less losses there. Why this losses takes place? Because the fruit and vegetable, they are perishable commodities and they contain higher amount of water. It is around 85 to 95% is the water, and even there is small loss of water, there is a lot of leads to shriveling and it is there. Further, the fruits and vegetables, the tissue, the cover is a very prone to the bruising and has soft texture. They have the high respiration rate, and because of these, it leads to more rotting and sensation, and thus it limits the shelf life of fruits and vegetables is there. This is an example to show we have to remember that the fruit and vegetables is a live identity. You can see is a live. It breathes, it releases heat, it loses moisture, can get sick also, and can even die also. So we have to remember that fruit and vegetables are like a young small baby, and they are alive, and we have to take care. The more we take care, the better the losses can be controlled, and the product will have the longer shelf life and good quality will be there. So we have established what is the need, and the main thing is that how to control the losses is the focus point. Now, what are the factors causing the losses? First is physiological factors, then the physiological breakdown, physical factors, and then the pathological and entomological factors are there. Let us take the physiological factors first. As we mentioned, fruits and vegetables are living entities. They respire after harvest, just like a human being. So they inhale the oxygen, give out the carbon dioxide. So like this, when we inhale the oxygen, the organic matter present into is broken into this, and they release the heat. So this heat is the cause for the early sensation is there, right? This also reduces the food value, loss of flavor and quality, particularly sweetness, and loss of the weight also take place. Now this way, the respiration, there are certain people who respire very fast. Same way for fruit and vegetables also. Some have very high respiration rate, some have minimum, and some have the intermediate is there. Like spinach, peas, sweet corn, mushroom, they have a high respiration rate. And the minimum is like dried fruits and vegetable, dates and nuts. And the low and intermediate like apple, garlic, grapes, onions, they have the better shelf life compared to the other commodities, particularly highest. So the least one have the highest shelf life, dates and nuts. The highest is the respiration rate with the spinach and the peas. So there the shelf life is more. We can classify the fruits and vegetables depending upon the respiration rate. Fruits with the low respiration are the citrus acid is there, and the high respiration group is the leafy vegetables are there. Now when they respire, there are two factors which control the shelf life of the product. It's the respiration rate and ethylene production. The fruit and vegetables produce ethylene, and it acts as a natural hormone and which can affect the shelf life of the products. Like we said, the fruits in low respiration rates are citrus fruits, high respiration rates are leafy vegetables is there. And this ethylene plays an important role. It can control the ripening process of fruits, and that's why this is being used in an artificial environment, in a controlled environment for the ripening or maturing of this is there. Now, how to prevent the fruit spoilage? If we can control the ethylene production, then we can control that thing. How we can control? Ethylene production should be slowed down. Normally it slows down at the low temperature, so keep your fruits and the vegetables in a fridge to slow down their ripening. As soon as the fruit and vegetables are harvested, if we keep as possible to the low temperature, their shelf life will be increased. Second point, keep leafy vegetables away from fruits. Why? We have explained, they have a high respiration rate. They will produce more ethylene as compared to fruits there. So store ethylene emitting produce such as apples, bananas, melons should be separate from the like cabbage, cauliflower, leafy vegetables, as they are ethylene sensitive is there. Right? Keep away from your ripe foods from the ethylene producing foods to last longer. Storing potatoes with apples will naturally inhibit sprouting in the potatoes. Remove and discard the older rotten fruits. Citrus fruits do not ripen further after they are picked up, so they have the longer shelf life. Based on this classification, we classify the fruits into two groups, that is climatric fruits and non-climatic fruits. What are the climatric fruits? Probably you know also. These are those fruits, they can be ripened after being picked. Like they produce much more ethylene than non-climatic. Non-climatic, which cannot be ripened once they are removed from the plant. So the climatic examples are apple, banana, mango, papaya. So these fruits can be ripened later also. That's why the mango, and if you go to the banana, they can be ripened. Non-climatic, Once they have been harvested, they cannot be like citrus fruit, lemon, strawberry, grapes. They cannot be, pomegranate is there. So normally controlling of ripening can help us in this is steps there. Now what are the climatic foods? We explained that they undergo ripening after harvest and rise in respiration during ripening. They produce ethylene. The non-climatic, the fruits they ripen on tree itself. So it's very important for the non-climatic fruits that their maturity index should be properly taken because they will not be ripening. We cannot harvest them beforehand, should be there. Like this is the color change because of the initiation of this is there. From the this green to it will become to the red color is there. Now this depend upon the species also. Climatic is capable of ripening during the post-harvest. The bananas, apples, they tend to become sweeter and softer. Non-climatic, they will not ripen. They will become decay, tissue deterioration, and that's why the moisture loss will be there. And this is the example with the leafy vegetables is there. Similarly, there is a metabolical changes which changes into the color, texture, and aroma is there. And there is a breakdown of protein is also takes place. So these are there is a loss of vitamin C. Like these are some of the examples of sprouting of potato. Similarly, garlic, root crops. So they are not desirable. Seed germination. These are the things which are metabolical changes which are not desirable, and these are the examples. You can see the sprouting in the potatoes. It is example of metabolical changes. Similarly, the change of color leading to reduced shelf life is also one of the examples of metabolical. The water loss is there. Next group we come to the physiological breakdown. So this is because of the heat injury or chilling injury, physiological disorder. These are the main 4 reasons. That is, particularly in this season, if exposure to sunlight or to the high temperature, it can give to the physiological breakdown is there. You can see the heat injury on the lemon fruit. Similarly, physiological breakdown of the banana. This is an example of chilling injury to banana is there. Now, what are the factors, physical factors like surface injury, impact injury, vibration lead to bruising. So we have to take care of these aspects are there. This is the physical damage to the tomato, which is cursing and bruising is there. This is also physical damage to the bear because of the cursing and bruising is there. Then third group, if you recall in slide, we said pathological and entomological factor. This is because of the certain bacteria or fungi can be present on the surface of fruit and they can cause the problem. And the known fungi during storage are like Aspergillus, Cladosporium, and these are the lactobacillus group. This can cause the spoil. So what are the prevention? So we have identified the why there is a need for post-harvest management. What are the factors which causes the losses? Then how to control them. First is the culture practices in the field is very important. Deterioration from improper pruning, thinning, fertilization, disease control are there. During the post-harvest handling period, or the pack house, or distribution channel, there also the losses can be take place. The proper tools should be used. In the field also, the proper containers should be used. Least exposure to sunlight and the care should be taken during transportation. Proper sizing and grading, cleaning and washing, trimming, sorting. These activities help us. Disease control, packaging, ripening, cooling or pre-cooling is there. Let us take one by one. Improper handling or packaging, storage and transportation can take place during storage. So storage temperature, relative humidity, storage sanitation, ethylene evolution, these things are very important. These are certain examples shown. Like this is the improper handling, this is the proper handling is there. Normally, improper container for packaging the capsicum, this shows the example. Transportation through trucks, you can see the other things have been kept on. This is not a correct way of the things are there. Nowadays, plastic crates which are suitable for packaging tomato are being used. So this type of arrangement. Now again, overcrowded market can lead to the problems into the handling of the product could be there. So why there is a proper handling is there? As we mentioned, they are like a small baby. Our fruit and vegetables we have to take care. For value addition, for quality retention, for shelf-life extension and the reduction in the losses is there. Now, what are the operations which we carried out? It is something like receiving of the produce after harvest at ripe maturity stage, then sorting, grading or trimming, cleaning and washing, then application of any protectant like special treatment, waxing, then packaging, post-packaging and transportation. These are the unit operations which are involved in the post-harvest management activities. The important thing is definition of maturity, which is very important at the harvest stage. We should produce at the right stage, that is the mature is there. Now these are the two terms, when normally for us it is mature and ripeness mean the same things, but in the post-harvest technology, that stage at which commodity has reached a sufficient stage of development. This is the maturity and its quality will be well acceptable to the ultimately consumer will be there. And how do we assess it? There are 4 methods are there. What are these methods? Physical method, chemical method, physiological method and computation methods are there. Let us take one by one. Physical mean like you see the color, size, fullness of it. Physical mean ease in separation of the peel, firmness, then chemical analysis is total soluble solids. So these are the different methods are there. You can see with the examples like colors of this. Similarly, guava color from deep green to the light green is there. These are the banana. We can see how the ripening is taking place. This is how do we do the harvest the things. We have to take care. Proper care is there. Proper plucking is there. We should always harvest in a morning or in a late evening should be there, preferred in the early morning. We should keep in under cover. Along with this, there comes the pre-cooling, because the removal of the field heat or respiratory heat is very important. It gives a good shelf life, and that is the first step of the good temperature management. What are the advantages? It inhibits the growth of decay-causing organism, restricts the enzyme activity, reduces the water losses, and reduces in rate of respiration and ethylene libation, and rapid wound healing also. Like something we say in nowadays in summer, if you have a sunstroke, so better control is there. What are the methods of pre-cooling? Air cooling, water, forced air cooling, vacuum cooling. These are the different methods are there. So what are the storage practices? Normally the stored only in a good quality space should be there, where there should be no possibility of disease and injury could be there. And as the sooner it is the better, the longer life will be there. Do not mix fruits and vegetables of different kinds in the same storeroom and ensure good ventilation are there. Now we come to the last part, that what are the post-harvest operations are there. Post-harvest operations are like cleaning, selection, sorting, grading and packaging. As the name indicates, we will do. What does the cleaning do? Cleaning will help us the washing, bruising, dry cleaning and trimming, improves the appearance, prevent wilting, remove soil and other materials, remove inoculum and pathogens. So this is the first post-harvest operation. Then sorting, that is discarding the diseased, bruised, ruptured and heterogeneous material should be separated out. Sorting, that is very important is there. Grading, we have to grade them on the basis of either on shape, size and color, and this you will appreciate. A simple example of value addition is there. If you grade them properly, like small tomatoes, big tomatoes, small mangoes or big mangoes, different color, and you can have the good value addition to there is there. And you can say it is separation on basis of shape, size and color. And there are nowadays mechanical, and we can do it by manual method also, and mechanical graders are also available. Now next is trimming. It is mainly applied to the vegetables where the yellows and diseased leaves are removed at field levels before sending to the market, because this will help us in reducing the unwanted bulk and littering in mandis also. Then comes the washing. This is very important to remove the dust, dirt, pesticide residues. Always wash with the clean and potable water, and we can use the chlorinated water or ozone water. pH should be 6.5 to 7.5. Remember, do not wash it in a contaminated water, and this becomes very important, particularly nowadays when the shortage of water is there and the good chances of carrying forward the contamination from the water to the fruits and vegetables is there. The chlorine, how to control it? Chlorine water we can use, hypochlorite solution we can use. We can use 2% sodium hypochlorite solution or 50 to 100 ml chlorine you can use. So that way is there. But the low temperature storage is also a good alternative is there. The washing machines are available and we can use this. Then the waxing is the type of a post-harvest activity. It is a edible coating which is given is to control the micro-controlled atmosphere so that the respiration rate can be controlled. It normally extends the shelf life and better product is retained is there. Normally it has been seen that you can extend the shelf life by 10 days at ambient temperature with this is there. Then the last is the packaging. It has 4 functions, that is a containment, protection, preservation and information is there. Different type of packages which are there like sacks, bags, nets, wooden crates, carton or plastic crates, pellet boxes and shipping are the basket. These are the certain packages are there. Now to conclude that today what we have studied is what are the post-harvest management activities. We studied what is the need. Basically there are 3 functions: to control the losses, to maintain the quality and to extend the shelf life of the fresh produce is there. What are the factors? There could be physiological factors, then the metabolic breakdown can be there, and then the entomological. These are the main things are there. Basically we have to take care of the moisture and the temperature. The temperature plays an important role. As soon as the produce is harvested, it should be brought down to the low temperature. After that, we should always wash it, sort it out, then grade it, wash it, and then properly store it. And then it can be also be packed and stored for the bulk level and at the consumer level. During transportation also, we have to take care. In a proper storage containers, we should only transport. So this will help us in a good environment, and this will help us in reducing the losses, which is around very high, around 25 to 30% in the case of fruits and vegetables, and it will give a good product and a good nutritive fruits and vegetables which are required for the growth of the young ones and for every productive human being. Thank you very much.